jam in the first half. It came right after a series of tough calls against you and non-calls for the team. And it kind of reminded me of an earlier game in the season, your former teammate Reggie. After the same thing, frustration, he had a big slam. Is that kind of like an efficient way for you guys to take out your frustration during the game?
Yeah, that is. That's definitely a way to release, some tension that's built up from whatever it's caused by. But, like I said earlier, shout out to them. I said it in another interview, but, they're young, they hungry, and they gave us, a run for our money. We was able to weather the storm. My second group, they really, won the game for us, both halves. They came out, brought the energy, got us the lead back in the second half, and they, pretty much won the game for us.
As a veteran, what have you seen in terms of growth from the younger guys, the rookies?
I feel like we're more poised and we sharing the ball a lot more. We trusting each other. Just all around we playing better and playing together. And that's what it's going to take to make a run in the playoffs. But just to get better individually, I feel like everybody's taking strides in those areas, doing what they got to do, off days, practice days, and it's showing on the court.
And is being the veteran to the team, is that a role that you're comfortable with? Is that a role that you're used to, or is it a role that took some getting used to?
No, it's a role I'm comfortable with. It's a role that I had to embrace and try to figure out. Because before, when I first got into the the league and just playing professional, I was always a young guy. I always looked up to the vets and just to see how they carry themselves, see how they approach the game. And it was the same thing when I went to L.A. Like I said before, I love the way, LeBron and Russ and them guys, Pat Bev, approach the game. So it was great. And as that's just something I got to, embrace. And, I love it. It's good for me. It's good for the team.
You guys have had a 10-plus point lead entering the half, and I think 4 straight games now. What's the secret to getting up to these strong starts? Also, heads up. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it over there creeping. You can start over with that question for me?
Yeah, no worries. You guys have had a double-digit plus lead entering the half in 4 straight games now. What's the secret to getting out to these strong starts?
Just being locked in, executing the game plan. Really, once you come out, the game plan is pretty important. And then after that, it's just a feel for the game. And we doing that. We being aggressive. We got to hit. We don't want to be the team that's always trying to play from behind and everything. We want to actually get out to a good league, settle into the game, and then get everybody involved. Everybody feel more comfortable. That way. So it's just really just coming out being aggressive and really just trying to win. Win from the beginning to the end, all 48 minutes. So it's just that aggressive winning mentality.
4 straight now. What are the vibes like in the locker room? Is everyone feeling good?
Oh yeah, it's great energy. It's great energy all around. It was great energy when we lost the 2 to Chicago. It's a long season, and we got our sights set on the ultimate goal later on, and at the end of this month, making the playoffs, and then next month, and getting to the championship. So it's great vibes.
The team's energy is incredible, and your chemistry just goes well. It's amazing. Did the road trip contribute to that at all?
I definitely do. Whenever we on the road, it's just us. We together, guys go out to eat, and when we in a game situation, we got to be there for each other because there's nobody else but us. So it's great when we just having fun and showing it. We can definitely see it on the court. We got a lot of great guys. Gabe, Daryl, Ron. They bring a lot of energy, and that a lot of guys who are a little more quiet, they feed off of it. So it's a great combination we got.
Ron, it's International Women's Month, and I know that your mom was your AAU coach. Are there any other women that influenced your love of the game or the way you play the game?
No, really just her. I'm glad you brought up International Women's Month because I think I got the best mom ever. And, she's taught me everything I know about the game, and it's shocking because my dad won 5 NBA championships. But my mom's really the one that took me under her wing growing up, showed me how to play the game. And, for a 5'4" Filipino lady, I think she did a pretty good job, right? So, yeah, my mom's a superhero. She inspires me day in and day out to go out there and give it my all. So just shout out to her.
Nicholas Kwan from On Point Basketball. First quarter, couldn't make a shot, but fourth quarter, you hit everything. What was the difference there?
Just next shot, really. The first quarter, I think I was probably like 0 for 4, 0 for 3, but can't let that discourage you. Just got to keep going out there, just shoot the right ones. And, I feel like Jeff, Sterling, all those guys did a good job finding me when I was open. I just hit shots in the second half. So, just got to stay. It's a long game, 48 minutes, so can't let one quarter, especially the first one, dictate how I'm going to play the rest of the night.
What activated you? Was it that pick six?
I think, I feel like it all starts with defense. I went to Rutgers, and we preach defense turns into offense. So that was an example of that right there, that pick six, and then I hit my next shot after that. So I got myself going on the defensive end, and it translated it to offense. So stuff I've been doing for years.
What's it like to play with Jeff, who everything that happens is just so water off a duck's back to him? It's just absolutely nothing to him.
It's great playing with Jeff. He's a great teammate. He's a great leader, and just being able to share the court with him, being able to be the other guy on the 2A, and just me and Jeff go through virtually everything together. So just being along for that roller coaster of a ride has been. But out there playing with Jeff, he makes life so easy, and I could tell the difference from when I'm playing here with him and without him. So when he's here, I'm definitely grateful for him.
The Ignite made a really strong third quarter push, took the lead late in that third, but you guys still went into the fourth with the lead. Where's the team mentally during a run from the other team? Is it just kind of keep everything level?
Yeah, we've been playing like trash in the third quarter too. Honestly, every time we come out of halftime with a lead, we give up that lead, call it first time out. Something we definitely need to work on leading into the playoffs. But yeah, just stay the course. Long game. They scored 38 points in that third quarter, the most by far they had all night. So just got to weather the storm. It's a game of runs, and just got to bounce back, and that's what we did in the fourth.
Roger, when players like you, like Jeff, when in this transition from the Raptors, the second team, the team on G League, to Raptors, when you play at Raptors, I don't know what are the keys to play well as well in Raptors, to be yourself.
Yeah, it's important to play well down here because you want to play up top and you want to get those opportunities. And Jeff's got his opportunities up top, and he's made the best of them, quite frankly. So, he's a guy that's been on a couple 2As, so I'm just trying to learn from him. But, yeah, playing down here, playing well down in the G League is important, racking up wins, especially as a 2A guy, especially as an assignment guy, because it shows that you can come down here and lead a team. And, we got 3-4 assignments right now, and I think we're doing a really good job of leading these guys.
Has your opinion on the G League changed at all since you started playing in it?
I don't want to say change. I feel like people look at the G League in like a negative light, but it's one of the most talented leagues in the world. Probably aside from the NBA and the Euro League, G League's probably right there at 3. And there's a lot of talent in the G League, especially when you play G League at night. You're virtually playing a bunch of top 10 recruits. That's what it feels like. But it's weird, man. You go out there and you play G League at night, it feels like you're playing a bunch of high schoolers. But in reality, a bunch of these guys are going to be first and second round picks in a couple months. So, yeah. But the G League has tons of talent. These guys that we just played is just another example of it. But everybody we played this year has had some real dogs that deserve an NBA shot. So it's real tough down here in the G League.
Last question.
You mentioned how the G League team is young legs and everything. And on Saturday, Coach mentioned how important pace of play was, and you guys led them in fast break points tonight. Was that a point of emphasis entering the game?
Yeah, for sure. Get out and run because we know they like to fly around and they like to play fast. So just play fast with them. Once we get stops, let's get out and run. And we had a lot of run outs, a lot of pick sixes. So I feel like that's important, especially when it comes to transition points. But if we play the same defense in a couple of days and we're in our gaps and we're playing together, I feel like that's when we're playing our best basketball. So
Jeff, it's March is International Women's Month. Are there any women in your life that have influenced the game, the way that you play the game, or the way that you look at the game?
Great.
Or who just influenced you to play the game at all?
Yeah, definitely. The women in my family, my mother, my grandmother. I got to shout out my grandmother because she's going to probably see this. She played basketball when she was young. So shout out, Grandma. I hope you're watching this. Definitely them two have been, motivation for me just to play the game the right way, to approach the game the right way, to approach the game with respect and never take it for granted. My mother has always told me, this game could be taken away from you at any time. So, just be grateful that God gave you the opportunity to play this game. So I'm thankful for that.
You mentioned it when you came in, Sterling's stat line. It was almost like a little bit of a quiet triple-double tonight. What do you say about his performance?
Outstanding. Anytime you get a triple double, just means that you affected the game in multiple aspects. So, just him. What does he have? 15, 11, and 10. Great style line, obviously efficient from the field. He even had 3 steals as well. So just him, just being, all around the place for us. He really helped us out a lot.
Koloko, highest plus minus on the team as well tonight. Didn't score quite as much as some of the other guys, but again, highest plus minus. So what can you say about him tonight?
He did his job. Like you said, highest plus minus, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. He did what we needed him to do, and that's was, score, be effective on the defensive end, challenge a lot of shots, get rebounds, and he's just been outstanding for us down the stretch.
Jeff, everybody has such high praise for you, your mentality, your leadership. What does that say to your game?
I'm just doing whatever I have to do to win at the end of the day. That's all I really care about. Winning championships, just winning games. I don't like losing, so and I'm going to just keep being consistent, keep leading my guys, and I think that just translates to winning.
And what keeps you so positive?
I think, honestly, just being able to play the game of basketball. I wake up knowing I have a game today, wake up knowing I have practice. I'm grateful for every opportunity I have to step on the court. So that's just what keeps me going.
What keeps you so calm when, either when shots are falling, when things are getting chippy? Everything that you do is just, everything that happens is just kind of water off of a duck's back. Like, where does that come from?
Just confidence. I put in a lot of work over the summer, over the years. And, playing in front of, crowd and playing in front of lights. It's not anything complicated. Like I said before, just, hard work and dedication throughout the years. Putting in work over the summer, just grinding, and then just coming here with the bright lights on. I just like to make plays, and makes the game a lot easier for me.
Have you ever lost your cool in a game?
Nah, I don't think so. Never.
Thank you, Khoury, is that you have so many different options that you can go to close it.
Seriously, yeah. A lot of guys played really well tonight. A lot of guys can have the ball in their hand or have the ball not in their hand to make plays off of others. So it's nice to have a rim-rolling threat and then 4 playmakers surrounding them. We always talk about good basketball players nowadays can create closeouts for teammates, and when teammates create closeouts for them, they can do something with it. And it's a luxury in that starting lineup. All 4 guys can do that, and then off the bench we got a bunch more guys who can do that as well.
If someone had told you at the beginning of the season that you would be able to close with these guys, what would you think?
I don't know. Not a lot of these guys were in training camp with us, that's for sure. So, different style of basketball, but definitely would be happy.
Coach, when you're badly beating a team that is much better than what they've displayed, do you have that conversation of, all right, guys, prepare for the run? And if so, how do you approach it?
Yeah, this league, every basketball game, but especially this league, has some wild runs. From the very first game of the season, we were down 20-something and came back and won, and then we've been on the other end of it too. So no lead safe, a 20-point lead early or 21 that we got up to. It's still kind of a coin flip of a game. You got to be prepared for those runs and then try and stem them as quick as possible. They went on a really good run, but we were able to turn it around and battle back.
Hey, coaches, my question is about the Canadian basketball in general, because you have some examples in your team that players that have grown up in basketball here in Canada. The team for the World Cup is very powerful. I don't know for you what are the keys of that nowadays the Canadian basketball will be so successful.
Yeah, it's a great generation of players now. The game's really taken off in Canada. We saw a big jump after kind of Vince Carter inspired everyone, and then I think we're going to get another jump after the championship year in 2019 of interest in the game. And just the more people playing with all the talented people in this country, then more people getting into basketball, a better team, and it's a patriotic country, so there's great buy-in. Lots of guys are committed to playing, and it's just kind of taken off from there.
In terms of the formation in your teams, has changed anything from the past to now to get so many players now? In terms of growth of the players, of forming players, or coaching players, or the coaching of players.
Sorry, are you asking about Canada or 905?
No, yeah, in
Canada.
Canada,
Yeah, I think the coaching coaching in Canada, and then coaching in kind of every sport in Canada's done a really good job focusing on building up the coaches. I know I'm a big tennis fan, and I know Tennis Canada has put a bunch of money into coaching there. So now we got a great group of young tennis players as well, and it's no different in basketball. So you build up the coaches, it kind of helps you build up the base of players, and as they grow, they're more talented.
Nicholas Kwan from On Point Basketball. This was a highly anticipated matchup from a fan perspective. Do your players feel that as well going into a match when they know that a lot more eyes are going to be on the game?
Yeah, I think so. They know these games, there's more scouts watching than average. You look over behind our bench, and half the Raptors front office is here, even in the middle of March when there's so many important college games going on. So there's more eyes. But I thought the team did a great job of playing team basketball. Sometimes when there's a lot of eyes, guys try and go into hero mode and try and do too much, but the message going into the game was nobody's interested in you going out to try and drop 40. They're interested in you going out and shutting down the opponent. So when they go to scout these talented players on the night and they say they had an off night, they can look and be like, oh, it's because this guy guarded him. Oh, this guy guarded him and shut him down, and that's what's going to get really a lot of eyes on them.
Can I get your quick thoughts on Scoot Henderson?
Yeah, he was really good. He's a force. He gets into the paint with such ferocity and really makes it difficult to stay in front of him. He's really shifty, and then once he gets downhill, he's either able to attack to finish or attack to play make for teammates. So he's definitely tough. And then on the other end, he was blowing up all the screens. Any action we tried to run, he was so physical that he could just blow up the pick and roll and make it tough to run actions.
Last question.
Jeff Dowtin had a great night tonight. That's a couple games in a row where he's had a really strong start. Started tonight 8 for 8 from the field. Can you kind of speak about his preparation and what goes into that strong start for him?
Yeah, I think this entire homestand he's been awesome. He's so serious about the game, and like you said, he started 8 for 8, but he arguably was even better on the defensive end than the offensive end too. So he's really stable. He's been like a stable force. He's kind of the captain of the ship a lot of the times. Ball's in his hand, good things happen. And he was able to navigate the pick and roll. They were switching a lot early, and he was able to attack those switches, and it started out well for him.